Dark tourism isn't just about where you end up, it's about the journey. Join us as we travel state to state, chasing ghosts, ghouls, and greasy spoons on our way to Maine's Horror and Paranormal Con. Every town has its ghosts. Some are legends, whispered through time. Others are just people who never found their way home. Haunted Travels isn't about cheap scares or Hollywood horror. It's about the real places, the diners, back roads, and forgotten buildings where history still breathes. We go where the story lives, where the past doesn't rest quietly and the present pretends not to hear it. From small town folklore to America's most haunted landmarks, we're chasing the echoes that refuse to fade. Because sometimes the most haunted places are the ones that still feel alive. No detours this time, just asphalt, radio static, and the kind of quiet that makes you think too much. Pennsylvania fades behind us, and the miles ahead start to hum. The landscape changes, colder air, older towns, that New England feeling that something's always watching. After hours of road and rain, we roll into Maine, the kind of place where the fog hangs low and the silence feels thick enough to keep secrets. It is a late night, but we officially made it to Maine. We just got done seeing The Conjuring last right. A very good movie. I want to give a shout out to Nesper for doing this. Thank you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. Now, this is only the start of here in Maine. We made it, so now it's time to get some sleep because we got a con tomorrow. Day 1, the Maine Horror and Paranormal Con. Part horror, fandom, part seance. It's where filmmakers, investigators, and believers come to trade stories about things most people laugh off. So it is day 1 of the Maine Paranormal and Horror Con. What fun are we going to have here? Because upstairs is Annabelle. I've already seen Annabelle twice, so Annabelle is pretty cool. They're up there with Nesper, New England Society of Paranormal Research, which do a lot of good work. I love them. But there's going to be a lot of vendors. It's going to be a fun con. And look, I even have Annabelle stickers. So let's have fun here in Maine. After a day chasing ghosts, you come back to what's real, a full plate and good company. 2 Maine guys does it right. No gimmicks, no theatrics, just the kind of food that reminds you you're still among the living. With dinner done and our bellies filled, Fielder's Choice is the perfect nightcap. Because no matter how many haunted places you visit, it's hard to be afraid of anything with a cone in your hand, and a good way to end our first day in Maine. They too has a different energy, lighter but with a ting of goodbye. The ghosts have had their say, and the living are ready to get back on the road. Every convention ends the same way, with stories to tell and a few you'll never quite forget. And of course, it's the last day here in Maine, and it was a fun convention, but we have a long drive home, and we're going to stop at a few places along the way, so we're going to make this trip worthwhile. We pack up, check out, and say goodbye to Maine, a place that somehow makes the strange feel normal. But before we leave New England behind, there's one more stop that's worth the quiet. Joshua Chamberlain, hero, scholar, Mainer, a reminder that not all ghosts are tragic. Some earned their peace. You stand here and you feel the weight of history. It's the good kind. The drive home is always quieter. The GPS says we're retracing our steps, but it never feels like the same road. Route 110, where the food's hot, the crowd's loud, and the ghosts probably hang out just for the smell. So this is our first stop on the way back. We're trying a place that has roast beef and seafood outside of Massachusetts. So let's give them a try. So what's so cool about this place is they offer you pizza. Would you like a free slice of pizza? Wait. My goodness, this is pretty good pizza. So, I figured I'd try everything. I tried our famous roast beef. I tried our pizza, and I am trying to seafood. Ooh, that sauce has a little kick to it. Somewhere between a haunted hamburger joint and a Civil War hero's grave, you find this candy museum. Bright lights, pastel colors, smiling plastic heads staring back at you. The Pez Museum. Proof that America's love affair with the bizarre doesn't always have to involve the dead. Rows of tiny cartoon skulls and superheroes line the walls, grinning like they know something you don't. Every shelf, a timeline of sugar and marketing genius, Elvis, Darth Vader, even a ghost or two if you look hard enough. You walk through and realize this is what nostalgia looks like when it's shrink-wrapped and stacked in alphabetical order. The gift shop's the real trap, of course. Aisles of candy, limited editions, and a giant Pez dispenser that probably costs more than your first car. You grab a pack because why not? After days spent chasing the paranormal, it's nice to hold on to something that's harmlessly weird. Out there, the world's full of ghosts, and here, the only spirits are made of sugar. Leaving the Pez Museum, the road stretches out again. Gray sky, low hum of the tires, and that endless line of traffic crawling towards Long Island. You cross the bridge and the light changes. The kind of late afternoon glow that makes everything look a little cinematic. The air feels heavier here, familiar, haunted in its own quiet way. The next stop is called the Haunted House of Hamburgers, a name that sounds like a gimmick, like something you'd find in a forgotten roadside town, but what you get is something else entirely. So after a long ride, we've made it to our next location. This is going to be worth it, folks, because if you're ever in Long Island, especially around Farmingdale, you want to come to this place. It is gonna be fun. And what is this place? Haunted House of Hamburgers. So let's go enjoy this wonderful thing. Inside, the lights are low, the air tinted with that warm, nostalgic smell of grilled burgers and fries. The music, Halloween and horror classics, the kind you grew up with, the kind that makes you grin when you hear the first few notes. I'm a bit overwhelmed. This restaurant is so cool. I mean, it's on Long Island, and it's themed like a haunted house. All their items on the menu are horror and haunted house themed. I mean, it's pretty cool. We're drinking. What am I drinking? What am I drinking? I'm drinking a sunrise. That's where it is. So I'm drinking a sunrise mocktail. Orange juice, grenadine, cherries, orange garnish. So that is delicious. And look at this. Even give you a little eyeball. Shadows drift across the room as if the building itself is breathing. You sit down and forget for a second that you're in a restaurant. It feels more like a set from a dream, or maybe a film you half remember from childhood. The food's solid, a burger cooked right, fries that stay crisp long enough to matter, a milkshake thick enough to qualify as dessert. It's the kind of place that doesn't need to scare you to earn your attention. It just invites you in and lets you imagination do the rest. After days of chasing ghosts and stories that never quite end, there's something oddly grounding about sitting in a place that celebrates the strange, not with fear, but with charm. You finish your meal. The lights shift again, clouds swirling above, lightning flickering across the ceiling, and for a moment you swear the whole room exhales. Outside, the night awaits, and just a few miles away, the most infamous house in America sits in silence. So, this experience is worth it. If you ever see yourself in Long Island, especially around Farmingdale, you need to come here to this place. This is a must-go on any haunted travel. This little place here, enter if you dare, trick or treat. Yes, you need to go to Haunted House of Hamburgers. A few miles down the road, the house that defines American horror, the Amityville house. You stand outside and can almost hear the echoes of the stories, the myth, the fear we all bought into. Every house starts as a home. Every home ends as a story. The trip's over, but the stories linger. From Gettysburg to Maine to Amityville, ghosts, food, laughter, miles. You learn that every journey leaves something behind and takes something with it.